My deep dive. All right, so I'm going to preface this with explaining what happened on Monday. So Jake Timothy actually is hosting the 8 o'clock show.
Okay.
Right? And the bullet spot sort of eats it.
A whole dick?
A whole dick.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
and Eli threw me on to just, try to liven the room up. And there's these 4 girls in the very front, right? I do the fat Drake joke. After the show, I'm hosting Lynette's 10. So, there's no green room in the pairs. So the green room is just outside.
Yeah.
So I keep going from bringing people up to outside. The 4 girls who were at the 8 o'clock didn't leave. They're still just sort of like
migrating,
milling around in the front. So I strike up a combo with them. And one of the chicks, they're younger, 20 years old, 21, I should say. And she goes, you're a lot more attractive than Drake. And I was just like, no, I'm not. And we keep talking. I go back in to bring someone up. I come back out, and one of the other girls walks up to me and asks me for my number. And I was like, you want my number? Why? And so in the panic, I didn't know what to do because she shot her shot in front of her friends and other comics. So what I ended up doing was
punch her in the face.
I murdered her. I took her behind a dumpster and we did it.
Yes!
No. There's no dumpsters. I don't think I've ever seen a dumpster in Manhattan.
Okay.
But so I give her my number, but I give her the wrong number by 1 number. So afterwards, I was asking Corey Tyndall, I asked my girlfriend, I even asked you, what was the right thing to do? In my head, the right thing to do was to give her the wrong number because in the moment, it's win-win. I don't feel like I've embarrassed this girl by rejecting her, and she feels like she got the number in front of her friends. Corey and other people have said, you should have just said, no, follow me on Instagram instead. But
They're
I feel
dumb.
like in front of her friends, that's worse than just saying no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I guess
the
you
wrong
could have
way to
got
do
the
that.
Instagram thing off. You just can't.
It's like
say
I don't see
exact-
you romantically, but I still want your attention.
Yeah,
just
no,
follow me
no,
on
no, no.
Instagram.
What's wrong with saying I have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
In the same, that one I feel like is a lot less rejection-y, but it's still only because she did it in front of her friends. I didn't want to embarrass this young woman who took her shot in front of a crowd.
I mean,
had she just pulled up me on the side or something, I'd have been like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, no, I got a girlfriend. But because she did it in front of her friends and other comics, I buckled underneath the pressure. Part of me with the girl who asked for my number, I don't know. My girlfriend accused me of being too analytical because the girls at the show were all like Gen Z, I'm pretty sure. Like they got into the bar, but I think they might have been underage. And I find Gen Z to be very progressive, anti-body shaming, and I think the self-deprecating joke, the fat Drake thing, even though they laughed and after the show they turned on, they were a good crowd. In my head, I think they colluded because the purple hair chick was like, "You're more attractive than Drake," and I was like, "You're stupid." And then when I think when I left, in my head, I wouldn't. I'm not saying this is correct, but I wouldn't be surprised if when I walked away in a drunken state, they were in there like, "Hey, ask for that fat guy's number." So he feels good about himself because that just seems like a thing Gen Z would do because they want everyone to be happy.
you have no confidence.
Zero.
Come on, man.
That's the most emotion he showed. He's like, no, come on, man.
Yeah, like I'll make up scenarios like that to explain
But, like,
a good
his
thing
I said it
that
would
happened.
be
but-
rare. I just
His
said, I'm not saying
scenario
it's
was
right.
crazy.
Yeah, yours is you're really bending over backwards for like you're a good-looking
I'm saying
dude.
it could happen. No.
Then Neil deGrasse Tyson he said there's no such thing as UFO. It was a weird time, man. That's the only reason why they walked up to me at that very moment, because they found out that Pluto doesn't exist. Like, what the fuck are you talking
It
about?
exists, bro. It's just not a planet. So what are your, I guess, guidelines for rejecting women? It seems as though you like to dunk on bitches. He likes to be like, get your ass out of my face, bye, bitch.
No, I'm not that bad. I like to just a big thing when I guess reject a woman as
Or reject an advance.
advance. It's mostly just being forward. I use it like a fucking job interview. I'm just forward. Hey, I'm sorry, this ain't going. No, I like to shake my head and like just close my eyes because I feel like that's
but
better.
you're smiling
He's
like
like-
you're sucking on a lollipop. You're like, this is good.
It feels so great. Nah.
When you find that opportunity, though, are you a little bit? You're like, I'm going to lean into this.
A little bit. Well, it depends too, because I'm trying to be more selective. I'm trying to be more protective of like myself. So certain women, I'm like, yeah, I could probably hit this for the night, but like, I don't want that at all. So I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Or I do your thing, or I'll give fake a fucking number.
Mm-hmm.
I usually give like one person's number, who's my friend. I just give his number to everything. I use his number like whenever I get stopped by the people with clipboards, and they're like, "Hey, save the homeless children." I think I've done that to you before. I've given your number. Like I've went in my phone and looked it up because I don't know by heart. And it was like,
and the person with the clipboard isn't like, what? You don't know your number? How are you going into your fucking phone?
As long as they're getting a number. I
Yeah,
they
don't give a
don't give a shit. They know.
Yeah, give me every number in your phone.
Give me all of them.
Yeah, take them. Besides my mother, she's gonna curse you out.
I like you saying you're being more like selective.
Yeah.
But the Venn diagram of like high caliber women and women who will let you fuck them in a dumpster is like, it's like a pretty
inside
small.
of
There's very little overlap, if any.
First, she was very high quality. She got married, so she had to do something right.
She might have just got pregnant.
She do got like a couple kids now. All right, yeah, possible.
Are you just realizing she was pregnant to have those kids?
Because I never really thought of that. Yeah, you make it.
So what's your play-by-play for rejection?
I don't have to reject women very often. Doesn't have people because
Side note, I don't either. This is
Yeah.
very.
I don't think any guy has to.
pretty rare.
Very rare.
Yeah, like Jason Momoa probably
Yeah.
has to all the time, but
But also, if
Me,
I'm
not him.
if I'm not like talking to people, I think they're very uncomfortable around me or intimidated by me.
You do have serial killers.
I have like dead resting eyes. Like it's scary. So people usually don't approach me. But what I do turn the people I reject the most are like gay men.
okay.
Gay men who like
They
and
like
they
dead
just
eyes?
do not leave you alone. Have you ever been hit on by a gay dude?
Yeah, but like it was just like, well, fuck you then afterwards. I
Oh,
got
goodness.
that kind of thing. Yeah. I never
Yeah.
they walked past. It was like, you got a fat ass. And then I was like, nah, bro. And like it was like, well then fuck you. And then just kept walking. So
Yeah.
they left me alone.
Well, I've had it where like I'm selling tickets. I can't leave where I'm standing, and a dude will just stand near me and like keep trying stuff. And I'm polite until a point where I'm like, it's not gonna happen. Like I'm kind of aggressive about like get away from me. But always I'm like that's the moment that someone's gonna walk up and see me just shouting at a gay dude on the street.
You just watch you committing a hate crime.
Yeah.
And then you like, so this comedy show,
Yeah,
guys.
it's proceeding now.
Hate crime comedy, guys. I don't. It's really difficult to turn down a woman. I will admit that. I kid before, but it's kind of difficult to fucking get up enough gall to be like, well, I'm selective now. Like, when do you fucking like? I'm only doing that because I fucked behind dumpsters. So it's
Sure.
like I'm done. I'm out the game now.
Yeah.
I don't have the knees.
I'll just say I have a girlfriend if I'm like really not into it.
So you'll lie too.
Yeah. But that's an easier lie than making up numbers and shit.
Yeah.
I gave her my number, but off by 1 digit.
All right. There's
If
so
she
much
finds
thought
out-
into that. It's like so
Because then in my head, for whatever reason, if she goes to text it or call it while she's still there, and she'd be like, "What's wrong with your phone?" I'm like, "Oh, I did it wrong by 1."
how
And then
far
you
would
would
you
have
go
to-
though to
So
preserve
I'll just
that?
let her tell you, then I'll block it. But that's like contingency planning. Sorry, I'm an auditor, so like I have to
Yeah,
go in
I'm
my
like-
head of like penetration testing and honeypotting for like IT control tests.
Yeah, no, that's fucking mad.
I
yeah,
ran
but-
through all of this quickly.
But
Yeah,
how
all
far
the
would you go
scenarios.
to preserve that, like just the good-natured relationship between you, like the acquaintance, whatever?
What do you mean? I get the
This
moment?
girl, just so this girl doesn't feel uncomfortable. How far are you willing to bend over?
Well, I mean,
Not this way.
Depends how big her penis is.
right. If it just so happened that scenario did occur, and she was like, "Hey, I called you just right now. It didn't go through," or someone named Deborah answered, like, I must have put in the wrong number. I'll put in the right number. We'll squash it at that, and then I will immediately block it.
What
once
if-
we part ways?
What if she starts like tearing up and she's like, "You gave me your number, but 1 off, right? That's what you did in order to
What
like
if she knows?
just in case." Yeah, she like gives your whole plan back to you. What would you do then?
At that point, I'm just like, I gotta go bring Napoleon up. I'm sorry. I gotta go light a guy.
All right, and then she follows you on stage.
Hilarious.
She's doing 8. I don't give a shit. I don't got a good set.
I liked you at 1. 1 minute late. How do you want me to bring you up?
Yeah, give me credits.
No, that's fucking.
Yeah, this next comic, she's coming up no matter what. So just
She won't take no for an answer.